Do you know who Mattie is?
No, I
Do
don't.
you want me to tell you? Mattie came to work for my grandmother when her husband, Frank died when my dad was just 12 years old. So she came and helped take care of him and Big Granny, who was Betsy's mother, my great-grandmother. And she stayed and raised him, and then she was still there, and she took care of me. And she worked with Bets because grandmother had to make a living. And she worked at the Green Tree shop, and then she started making cakes and sandwiches out of the house to sell. And Mattie helped her with all that and cooked our meals and all. And then she was still there when Sarah and Elizabeth were born, and she had to leave Bets before that because Bets couldn't afford to pay her anymore, even though I think it was not much at all, but Bets still didn't have enough money, so she got her a job with Miss Davidson, who had a beauty shop out on East Main, across from the old Henry Clay High School. And she worked there, just cleaning up and stuff, sweeping up hair and things. And then they got her a job at Good Samaritan, and she worked in the with the babies, the pediatrics and all, took care of them. But she also babysat with your mom and Elizabeth.
Well,
And when she died, she asked the nurses to call her baby to come to the hospital up at Old St. Joe. And I went, and when I got there, the nurses said, "I'm sorry, you can't see her. It's only family allowed." And I said, "I am family. I'm white." They knew she's black. They assumed we were not related. But I said, "Did she ask you to call her baby?" "Yes." I said, "That's me." And so I did get to go in and see her. And when she was dying, she knew she was dying. I had told her she could come to my house when she got out of the hospital, but Dr. Moosnick wouldn't let her go. I don't know whether for her sake or mine or what. But anyway, I was holding her hand, and she says, "Don't hold on to me, baby. Let me go." And she wouldn't let me hold her hand.
makes sense.
Yeah. She was a great, great person.
And what about the cookies?
Oh, the oatmeal cookie recipe your mama makes was Mattie's recipe. She also made wonderful rolls, pocketbook rolls that she had. I don't know, did you go with me that day?
Yep.
She had us over to her house to show us how to make them. And it was like double yeast, I think, so that they would rise faster, and they were delicious. And you take the biscuit, cut it out, the roll rather, cut it out with a biscuit cutter, put a knife in the middle and fold it over, and then put it in a round cake pan thing, layer it in there. Oh, they were good. But anyway, I'm sorry you didn't know her.
And the cookies?
Well, I
She
said it
made
was
the
her
cookies
recipe.
for Big Daddy, didn't she?
She what?
Didn't she make them for Big Daddy?
I don't know that. I mean, that's not sticking in my mind.
Okay, the story I heard was that she made them for him, and he said because of his allergies or whatever, none of us ever got any of the
No.
oatmeal cookies.
No, that wasn't that same story.
Okay.
He used